Have you ever wondered why some people always seem to have money flowing to them, while others are constantly trapped in a cycle of stress, bills, and financial struggle? Maybe you've worked hard, tried to save, and still feel like you're running on a treadmill that never stops. I get it, and you're not alone. Here's the truth. The difference between being broke and being wealthy is not luck, not magic, and not even how much money you make. It's how you manage money. And the wealthy, they play by a very different set of rules. Today, I'm going to share with you 15 secrets the rich use to manage their money, strategies that go far beyond budgeting tips and saving loose change. These are principles of mindset, psychology, and smart financial behavior that separate the wealthy from everyone else. But here's the twist. You don't need to be rich to start applying them. In fact, the earlier you learn and practice these secrets, the faster your financial life will transform. Now, before we dive in, let me warn you, once you discover how the rich really handle their money, you'll never look at your paycheck, your expenses, or even your time the same way again. That's the power of knowledge. It opens doors you didn't even know were there. So stay with me until the end, because secret number 12 is the one most people ignore, yet it's the exact strategy that protects the rich from losing everything. And at the very end, I'll give you a powerful takeaway that could change the way you think about money forever. But for now, let's begin with the very first secret. Principle 1. The rich think in assets, not expenses. Most people earn money only to spend it. The cycle looks like this. Paycheck comes in, bills get paid, lifestyle takes the rest. End of story. The wealthy, on the other hand, ask a different question every time money enters their lives. How can I turn this into an asset? An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. A business, real estate, investments, even intellectual property. Expenses take money away, assets bring money back. Think of it like planting seeds. If you eat every seed, you'll never have a tree. But if you plant them, water them, and let them grow, soon you'll have a forest. The rich don't just buy liabilities like bigger cars or fancier clothes. They focus on things that produce, because they know that once their assets start paying them, money works harder than they ever could. Takeaway for you, before spending, ask yourself, is this feeding my future or draining it? Shift your perspective toward assets, even small ones at first, and you'll start thinking like the rich. Principle 2. Money is a tool, not an identity. Have you noticed how some people tie their entire self-worth to how much money they have? They feel powerful when they're up, and worthless when they're down. The wealthy don't see money this way. For them, money is a tool, like a hammer. A hammer can build a house or break a window. It depends on how you use it. This mindset keeps the rich emotionally detached from money. They don't panic when the stock market drops, and they don't become arrogant when their net worth grows. They focus on strategy, not ego. The moment you stop seeing money as your identity and start treating it as a neutral tool, you begin to make rational financial decisions. You stop overspending to impress others, and you start investing to build stability. Takeaway for you, never let your bank balance define your value. You are worth more than your net worth. Treat money as a servant, not a master. Principle 3. Pay yourself first, always. This is one of the golden rules of wealth. Most people do the opposite. They pay bills, debts, and expenses first, and whatever is left, if anything, they save. But the rich flip the order. They pay themselves first. That means before rent, before bills, before Netflix subscriptions, they allocate a portion of their income to savings or investments. Why? Because if you don't pay yourself first, you'll always find an excuse to spend. Lifestyle inflation will eat your income alive. It's not about the amount, it's about the habit. Even if it's just 5% of your income, the discipline trains your mind to prioritize your future self over your current impulses. Over time, this habit creates a snowball effect. Your investments grow, your security increases, and you gain the one thing money can buy that's priceless: peace of mind. Takeaway for you, every time money enters your life, ask, how much of this belongs to my future? Then put that amount aside before touching anything else. Principle 4. The rich value time more than money. Here's a shocking truth. The rich know that time is the real currency, not money. You can lose money and earn it back, but once time is gone, it's gone forever. That's why wealthy people guard their time with fierce intensity. They delegate, automate, and eliminate tasks that waste their hours. They invest in systems, not just savings accounts. Contrast this with the middle class. They often sacrifice hours, even years, trying to save pennies. The rich think differently. They'd rather spend $100 to save 10 hours than spend 10 hours to save $100. This doesn't mean they're careless with money, it means they understand leverage. They ask, how can I buy back my time? Takeaway for you, every decision you make has a hidden cost, your life hours. Before saying yes to anything, ask yourself, is this the best use of my time? The rich know money is infinite, but time is not. Principle 5. The rich focus on cash flow, not just net worth. Here's a trap many fall into, chasing net worth. They think, if I own a house, a car, and some savings, I'm rich. But the truth, net worth is just a number on paper. What really matters is cash flow, the stream of money coming in, month after month, without you actively working for it. The rich build streams of income that flow like rivers. Dividends, rental income, business profits, royalties, money that doesn't require them to trade time for dollars. This is why some people with high-paying jobs still live paycheck to paycheck, while others with moderate salaries live stress-free. It's not about how much you have in total. It's about how much flows to you consistently. Takeaway for you, don't just ask, what am I worth? Ask, how much money is working for me while I sleep? That's the question the rich prioritize. Principle 6. The rich master emotional discipline with money. Money decisions are rarely logical, they're emotional. Fear, greed, and insecurity drive most people's financial choices. That's why markets crash when fear spreads and bubble when greed takes over. But the rich, they learn to control their emotions around money. They don't panic sell when the market dips, and they don't throw caution to the wind when they see quick profits. This discipline comes from understanding cycles. They know that everything in money, like in life, moves in patterns. They expect downturns, they prepare for risks, and they ride the waves calmly. Imagine two investors, one buys stocks, sees them drop 10%, and immediately sells in panic, locking in losses. The other understands that markets fluctuate, stays calm, and actually buys more at a discount. Years later, the second is wealthy, while the first is broke. Takeaway for you, don't let fear or greed control your money. Develop the stoic mindset, stay calm, focus on strategy, and act with discipline, not impulse. Principle 7. They learn the language of money. Think of money like a foreign language. If you don't speak it, you'll always be at the mercy of those who do. Taxes, interest rates, investments, leverage, these are the words of financial fluency. The rich dedicate time to learning this language. They read financial statements, study markets, understand debt structures, and explore tax advantages. This knowledge isn't optional, it's power. Meanwhile, most people avoid these topics, saying, it's too complicated. But ignorance is expensive. Every uninformed decision costs money. The wealthy don't necessarily know everything themselves, but they know enough to ask the right questions and hire the right experts. That's the key. They don't blindly follow advice, they evaluate it. Takeaway for you, don't shy away from learning money's vocabulary. Start with basics, compound interest, cash flow, assets, liabilities. Each term you master sharpens your vision. Remember, financial literacy is the first step to financial freedom. Principle 8. The rich use debt as a weapon, not a weakness. Most people fear debt like it's poison. They avoid it completely, or worse, they fall into the trap of using it for consumption, credit cards for clothes, vacations, or gadgets. The rich see debt differently. They separate bad debt from good debt. Bad debt drains you, like high-interest credit cards. Good debt builds you, like a mortgage on a rental property that someone else pays off. They use leverage to amplify their wealth. Think of it like fire. Uncontrolled, it burns your house down. Controlled, it cooks your food and warms your home. A rich investor may borrow millions to buy real estate, but the tenants cover the loan while the property appreciates. This is how empires are built, not by avoiding debt, but by mastering it. Takeaway for you, don't fear debt. Learn to distinguish between destructive debt and productive debt. Ask, will this loan put money into my pocket or take it out? That single question changes everything. Principle 9. they surround themselves with the right people. Here's a truth few realize: your financial future is heavily influenced by the people around you. If everyone in your circle spends recklessly, lives paycheck to paycheck, and complains about money, chances are you'll do the same. The wealthy choose their environment carefully. They seek mentors, advisors, partners, and friends who challenge them to grow. They don't isolate themselves, they elevate themselves by proximity. It's not about using people. It's about creating a network where growth is normal and wealth conversations are natural. That's why mastermind groups and high-level communities are so powerful. They normalize thinking big. Takeaway for you: audit your circle. Ask yourself, are the people around me pulling me forward or holding me back? Surround yourself with those who inspire financial discipline, vision, and ambition. Principle 10. The rich think long-term, not short-term. Most people chase quick wins. They want fast profits, instant gratification, or a get-rich-quick scheme. That's why they fall for scams or impulsive investments. The wealthy play a different game. They think in decades, not days. They plant trees knowing they may not sit in the shade immediately, but future generations will. This long-term view allows them to be patient when others are frantic. It also helps them resist shiny distractions. They know that sustainable wealth comes from compounding, a force that only works with time. Consider Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, not because of quick trades, but because he's been compounding for more than 70 years. That's the true secret. Consistency beats intensity. Takeaway for you: train yourself to think beyond today. Ask, will this decision make my life better 10 years from now? The rich play chess, not checkers, always several moves ahead. Principle 11. The rich invest in themselves first. Before they buy stocks, real estate, or businesses, the wealthy make their first investment in something more valuable: themselves. Think about it. If you don't sharpen your mind, your skills, your discipline, no financial opportunity will save you. That's why the rich are obsessed with self-education. They attend seminars, hire coaches, read relentlessly, and learn skills that multiply their value in the marketplace. Every dollar invested in personal growth returns exponentially because it expands earning capacity. Contrast this with the average person who spends money on fleeting pleasures while neglecting growth. Takeaway for you: set aside a growth budget. It could be books, courses, or mentorship. Even small, consistent learning compounds, just like money. Knowledge pays the best dividends, and unlike money, no one can take it from you. Principle 12. The rich understand the power of systems. Most people manage money emotionally, improvising as they go. The rich build systems that keep them disciplined, even when emotions flare. For example, instead of hoping to save, they automate investments. Instead of reacting to bills, they design cash flow systems that run like clockwork. Systems create consistency, and consistency, not motivation, is what builds wealth. That's why businesses thrive with systems, and why families without them struggle financially. Takeaway for you: create financial systems. Automate savings, schedule reviews of your spending. Make money management boring, because boring builds wealth. Principle 13. The rich value time over money. Here's a paradox: poor and middle-class people often sacrifice time to save small amounts of money, while the rich spend money to save time. Why? Because time is the one resource you can't multiply. You can always make more money, but you can't create more hours in a day. That's why the rich outsource, delegate, and prioritize high-value activities. They won't waste hours on tasks that don't grow their wealth. They invest their time where it compounds, in strategy, vision, relationships. Takeaway for you: ask yourself daily, is this the highest use of my time? Protect your hours like treasure, because how you spend time today determines your wealth tomorrow. Principle 14. The rich create multiple streams of income. The average person has one income stream, a paycheck. If that paycheck disappears, so does their stability. That's financial fragility. The rich build layers of income: active, passive, and portfolio-based. Business profits, rental income, dividends, royalties, side ventures, all working together like an orchestra. This diversification protects them from risk and accelerates compounding. Even if one stream dries up, others flow. Takeaway for you: start with one solid income stream, then build another. Even something small, like digital products, freelance work, or investments, adds resilience. Financial freedom is built on multiple doors, not one locked gate. Principle 15. The rich focus on legacy, not just lifestyle. Finally, the wealthy think beyond their own lifetime. While many live paycheck to paycheck, the rich build structures that outlast them. They think about inheritance, trusts, foundations, philanthropy, and how their wealth impacts generations. This long vision changes how they act today. They protect their money, grow it responsibly, and align it with purpose. It's not just about luxury living, it's about leaving a mark. That's why wealth built with vision tends to last, while wealth built on impulse disappears. Takeaway for you: think legacy. Even if you're just starting, ask yourself, what impact do I want my money to have on my family, my community, the world? When your vision is bigger than you, your financial discipline becomes unstoppable. Now that you know the secrets of managing money like the wealthy, remember that this is just the beginning. The key to financial success is not only in what you earn, but in how you manage it. Take control of your finances today and build the future you've always dreamed of. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more strategies to achieve your financial goals, subscribe to the channel now. Don't forget to like this video and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next tips.